Hello players and haters, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a review on this Slick Revolution Mini Electric Skateboard. Now you guys will know from my previous videos that I bought myself a lead acid skateboard, lead acid battery skateboard. And the problem with lead acid battery electric skateboards is that you take these big lead acid batteries. Mine actually takes two, so it's very heavy and it's very big, etc. So that's why I upgraded to this tiny mini Slick Revolution, also known as I Wonder electric skateboard. And first of all, I thought to myself that, well, because my lead acid electric skateboard was big, it was so much fun to ride. And I thought, well, because this is so small, I thought, you know, I may be running the risk of this not being fun to ride or not being having that much control on it. But guys, I was wrong. This size of an electric skateboard is ideal for me. Riding this electric skateboard is so much fun and it's so comfortable to do so. And this is coming in at 58 centimeters. Now, not only that, this electric skateboard also allows you to travel up to a speed of 20 miles per hour. Now, the remote control itself, it has two modes. It's got a beginner's mode and it has an expert mode. So let's have a look at this. If we press this button here and switch it on, then we are now in beginner's mode. So that means this will travel, I'd say at maximum about 10 miles per hour. So have a look at this. Actually, let's do it here, okay? That's the maximum speed we can go, which I'm gonna guess is about 10 miles an hour. So that's beginner mode. So if we switch off the remote control, and this time we hold this button up and we switch it on, then now we've entered expert mode. So now when I go all the way up, you will hear and see that we are now traveling at the top range of 20 miles an hour. So that is a pretty fast system. 20 miles per hour, you seriously want to be wearing a helmet when you're riding the board at 20 miles an hour. Now, another cool feature about the remote control and this system is that it's very responsive. So listen, you hear? It's turning. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. So as you can see, it's very responsive. It's very, very responsive. Now, another cool thing about the system is that it has cruise control. So you don't actually have to keep your hand on the remote control in order to cruise. So what you got to do is you got to push the stick forward and then you got to press the button in. Now, I personally think this is fiddly. But there you go. You see what I mean? You're now in cruise control. Again, it's a bit fiddly in order to do that. But there we go. Again, we're in cruise control. So what you got to do, you got to push the stick forward and then press the button in. But again, I don't like doing that as it is fiddly, but again, that is your cruise control. Now, staying with remote control, then I actually think that the remote control feels really cheap. Now, if you break this remote control, then it's going to cost quite a bit of money. It's very expensive to replace. And again, the remote control, it just feels cheap. As a matter of fact, on the first day I got the Slick Revolution, I remember I rid over a wet grid. This metal grid was wet and I rid over it and I slipped. And I remember I came off the skateboard and my first reaction was to throw that remote. And I was lucky because it was attached to my arm, as you can see. So when I threw it, that saved it from hitting the concrete. If I did not have this bit of rope on it, and I would have thrown it, then that was going to crack and smash on the ground. So basically, again, that's what I don't like about this remote control. If it smashes, it's broken, because it's just cheap. Listen to that. It is cheap, flimsy plastic. And not only that, when you go forward to the maximum speed, like, here we go. You've really got to put pressure on that button. You've really got to put pressure on that button, you know, to go top speed. And it feels to me that it's just gonna, you know, break. So that's one thing I don't like about the Slick Mini Revolution, is that button. It is the remote control. But moving on, let's have a look at the bottom of the Slick Revolution. Now, at the bottom of the Slick Revolution, we can see that we have an additional power point. And that power point allows you to charge stuff. So with our lead, we plug it in here. We can see that we can either charge up our remote control. Always takes me like 3 times to insert this darn thing. Okay, so let me work out how this goes in. There we go. So yeah, now we're charging up our remote control. If we don't want to charge up our remote control, then we could simply charge up our smartphone. So as you can see, we've got a smartphone, plug in a smartphone, and hey presto, we're now charging up our smartphone. So that is a pretty cool feature of the Slick Revolution electric skateboard. I mean, personally, I love this board. Really do love this board. Again, the only thing I don't like about this board is this remote control, because it does feel cheap. But it's got, it has these LED lights here. And what it is, if the top one is for your electric skateboard, currently it's on amber. So that means I've got less than 75% battery on the board. If that goes to red, then that means I've got less than 25% battery on the board. If it's green, then that means I've got above 75% electric on my board. Green down here is for the remote control. So if the green is remote control, it's above 75. If that turns to amber, the remote control is beneath 75. Red, it's beneath 25%, etc. So that's basically the system of the Slick Revolution electric mini skateboard. Now, it is belt driven, as we can see here. So that means sooner or later these belts are going to snap and you are going to have to replace them. But guys, overall, then I am so impressed with the Slick Revolution mini electric skateboard. Again, it's ideal size for me to ride. It's compact, it's light, and it's just an awesome bit of kit. 20 miles per hour top speed, 13 miles range. Really, I don't think you can go wrong with the Slick Revolution Mini. I just wish that the remote control was a lot more durable.